computer. Okay. So, leaders retreat. It does not start until September. So y'all aren't like, don't freak out if you're like, oh my gosh, did I miss it? Has it started? No. But I don't want to be the one that has like totally let it just like kind of fly by. And then all of a sudden it's September and we're all like, oh my gosh, it's leader retreat time. Like, what do I do? No, I want this team to be prepared. Okay. I want you guys to go into leaders retreat feeling confident, feeling excited. And the really cool thing is, oh, thanks, Canvas. Yeah, we did. We pushed record. The really neat thing about this is that this time around, what we learned at convention is that what happens this month, the retention part of it will count towards leaders retreat credits. So everything you're doing this month is not going to waste. That's why it is important to focus in this month. Do your best to get, my goal is to get 4 and to plan on retaining those 4 into September, because that is going to give you credits starting right off the bat, retention credits going towards your leadership or your leaders retreat trip. So let's talk a little bit about leaders retreat. I know we have a couple newbies on here that are probably like, what's leaders retreat? What does it mean? How do I get there? So leaders retreat is an earned only trip. Okay. So like convention, anyone could go. It was an amazing experience, but anyone could go. There was a ton of people there that took advantage of that. They do a great job. But leaders retreat is a little bit different. Leaders retreat, they roll out the red carpet for you. They bring in some amazing trainers. The awards the prizes are usually just like bar none. They have not released the details to us of what the other prizes are going to include besides earning the cruise, but usually it involves like if you sweep the contest, you get a $2,500 shopping spree to Nordy's. They shut down the entire store. You get a red carpet, you walk in, they have people walking around with like champagne. Like you literally have the ultimate shopping experience. So like that's been a prize in the past. I have earned leaders retreat every year since 2022. No, 2020. I've only gone to one. The first one, they ended up not having it because of COVID. The second one was in, I believe, Arizona, and I couldn't go to that one. The third one I went to, and it was in Orlando. Now, my mindset was a little bit different around that. So when they had it in Orlando, it was just at the hotel, a really nice hotel. You got, hey Mariah, they had, you got tickets to Disney World, and then you got the shopping spree. And so I'm not a big Disney World, Disneyland person. Like my parents didn't grow up really taking us there. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just wasn't like, that wasn't a thing for me. But I wanted to earn leaders retreat because I knew it was going to be a game changer for my business. I knew that going there and being trained and being able to sit and like meet these people and I guess basically just show my audience that I was serious about this and that, you know, I wanted like serious business partners to see that. So I knew I wanted to go to Leaders Retreat for that reason. It wasn't for the prizes. It wasn't for anything else other than that. And so moving forward, this Leaders Retreat is a little bit more bougie in the Caribbean. Really excited. Those of you who are all about swimming with the pigs, that's I don't think I would swim with the pigs, but a lot of people like to swim with the pigs. Yeah, he says we live in Oklahoma, you can swim with the pigs anywhere. Anywho, moving forward. So with that being said, it'll probably be a super bougie trip. You're going to get treated really like just top of the notch. Now let's talk about what the prize tier most likely will be. So the first prize tier will be earning your spot on the cruise. So that's all you got to do to get the first prize tier is usually getting on the cruise. And then after that, usually it's a cash prize, like something you could put towards like plane tickets. After that, a lot of times it's an even bigger cash prize to put towards travel. They'll sometimes give away really neat stuff like bougie luggage sets. And then, like I said, the top of the top tier is that $2,500 shopping spree. So what do I want you guys to focus on? What am I going to be focusing on? Going into this leaders retreat will run, I believe it'll be 90 days. That's usually how it runs, is in 90-day increments. So September, it's going to start. October will be right in the midst of it. And then November, it'll close out. It may run into December, but most of the time it's 30-day increments. And so you have 30 days to earn your spot to go. I've seen people that have gone from like 0, that have kind of like started slow. And then like within the last like 45, 30 days, they just hit momentum and they move really high up in the contest. But our plan, the reason we're having this call is because we want every single one of y'all to sweep the contest, right? Whether you want to go on the cruise or not, whether you're like, nope, I'm a homebody, I don't want to go. Or maybe you're like, well, I just want to be like, hey, I won the cruise. Maybe you're just competitive. We want you guys to sweep the contest. So what you need to start doing right now is front loading. And what that means is if you came out of July a little quiet, like I had a very quiet July. I didn't have any enrollments, but I'm like, it's okay. Roll into August and just really hit the ground running. Get your posting on par. Get your relationship building on par. I'm going to use that again. I was going to try to think of something else to say, but do it, okay? Build relationships, make friends on social media, start talking about it. When you go to the store, take your pink drink, take your active, get people enrolled. If my plan is to shoot for 4 people a month and retain them. So once you get people signed up, the rumor I heard from a little birdie in the jewel sector said that a lot of points this time around are going to come from retention. So you don't have to be like a master recruiter or a master development. The tip I heard is retention. So when you have someone join, really plug into them that, hey, this is a 90 to 120 day system. Like this is a get healthy from the inside out. This isn't a put a Band-Aid on it and feel better. This is a, hey, we're going in and we're going to like rebuild cellular growth. And like the thing I like to explain to people is like, it is a scientific fact that cells die off in the time frame of 90 days. Okay. And so if you're not giving the products 90 days to actually like go in and have the opportunity to rebuild those cells, it's going to really not be fair to actually say that the products had a fair shot. So I will even go into depth and explain that to them. And a lot of times they're like, oh, well, that makes sense. And before they've signed up, they're like, okay, yep, I'm committed to the 90 days. Like I can do it. I'm going to do it. Like I want to see what happens after 90 days. So that gives you a really good feeling going into it because you know your person is ready to have a subscription on and have an order go through for at least 90 to 120 days. And that is going to really rocket your retention. Will you drop that cell die off verbiage? Yes, I will drop it. When I drop the recording in the page, I will drop the verbiage because I think it'll go away if I put it in the Zoom chat. Okay, so that's a really good way to nail your retention. Another way to make sure your retention is strong is utilize the customer 90-day chats we have going on. Make sure that you are immediately putting people in there and explaining to them like, hey, I don't ask to be honest with you guys. I say, okay, this is a part of my onboarding system. You have Facebook. If I don't know if they have Facebook, I ask, I say, do you have Facebook? Most of the time they're like, yes. Then I say, okay, cool. So this is a part of my onboarding system. I'm putting you in a Facebook customer chat. It's our customer support chat. I take a lot of pride in making sure that you're supported along this journey. It really matters to me that you have some cheerleaders. And honestly, it's going to make it way more fun for you to be doing this within a group of other women in your shoes. So we just started these customer chats. I think April, right? And they've been doing really well. So we do giveaways, product giveaways. It's a really great way for people to get like a new product in their hands because they won something and fall in love with it and then want to add it to their order. It's a great way for them to be seeing like information besides what you're sharing with them because like, so it's me and Sharmi usually that are running the group. So Sharmi and I are dropping YouTube videos in there. We're dropping testimonies and they're like talking amongst each other. Yes. So Leslie, I did create an August one and I actually put the link. I want to say it was in the post for this. I put it in our team page somewhere, but I will drop it again. I know Sharmi's been out of service too, so she'll probably drop it here she'll drop it here today or tomorrow, but I can actually also drop it tonight in her team chat. But it is up. I haven't posted anything yet because I'm kind of waiting for like a few more people to get added in there. But take advantage of those customer retention chats. And have your own follow-up system in place as well. So like day 3, I'm making sure that she's taking her stuff. Weekend, how's it going? Checking in every week. Like you guys know, we've gone over this like follow-up system. And if like this call isn't really based on having a follow-up system. So if you're listening right now and you're like, I don't have a follow-up system, this is the time for you to write in your planner, call, text Katie, Sharmi, Kristen, whoever your upline is, and get a follow-up system in place. But I'm just telling you, have your own personal follow-up system. The next thing I would be focusing on is everyone that you recruit, introduce the income opportunity to them. And if you are afraid, if you are nervous, bring your upline in to do it with you. Okay? Just introduce them. Even if you're like, hey, Callie, I'm so excited you're starting these products. Like, I know you're really going to love them. I also want to introduce you to my friend Claire. Like, she's my upline. I would love for you to have like this extra layer of support to talk to. Claire is whoever it is, you could say a Ruby in the company. She's been there for a long time, or, you can share their unique story. And then that can give Claire an opening to be like, hey, how are you? Like, and they can be the one to bring up that opportunity. If you are like too nervous to do it, if you're like, I can't do it, because I know how that goes when you're first starting out. I was really scared to do it as well. So open the door up to have your upline do it with you, but you need to be introducing that opportunity to everyone, whether it's just to get their products paid for. Like they might just be like, oh yeah, I got 3 friends. I wouldn't mind getting my stuff paid for. I don't want to do the business, but I sure as heck would like to have an extra $300. That would be cool. Or maybe they really do need some extra cash and they would have never have thought to brought it up to you except you asked. You said, hey, I don't know if you have like any vet bills that need paid. I know I always do. We just had a truck that got put in the shop. I don't know if extra income is something you need right now. I know in this economy it seems to be, but would you be interested in just, I like to say, would you be open to talking a little bit about like, what this could offer to you as like a work from home opportunity or a side. I don't really say side hustle anymore because that's like, I feel like so 2015, but you know what I mean. So be presenting everyone with the opportunity to add at least 2 to 3 friends. Like if you don't want to bring up the business opportunity, at least bring up the opportunity to have 2 to 3 friends start with them. You can even make it about accountability. Like, hey, you're going to be so much more successful in these products if you get 3 friends to start with you. Camus is really good. Like in the past, Camus has been like, hey, I'm doing a reset in a couple weeks. Who wants to do a reset with me? Like, I always have good results on the reset. I'd love to do it with 3 other friends, or if you have 3 friends, like do a reset group. Like if y'all want to do a reset group, tell me. We'll all do a big reset group, but find a way to like present that opportunity to them. And so you're going to want to be developing, you're going to want to be retaining, and then like bottom, and then with all that, just keep like posting, obviously recruiting. That is going to be the 3 things that are going to keep you in the running for Leaders Retreat. Now, is this like a September 1st hits and it's a marathon? No. Like, do not feel like, oh my gosh, it's all or nothing. I like to say that like slow and steady wins the race. Do all the things consistently. Don't feel like you have to be like in hustle mode the entire time during Leaders Retreat. You're just going to be focused. Okay, you guys, some of you on here have heard me talk about thought models. I really took advantage of thought models when I was working to earn the Leaders Retreat in Orlando, because that was the retreat I really wanted to go to. I knew it was going to be a game changer for my business, and it was. I went from, I think I grew almost 200 points just in that month. I went to Leaders Retreat and as a senior gold, and on the way home, Kate was like, hey, do you think you could like be Ruby this month? And I was like, I don't know, like it would be a stretch. And I flew by Ruby by the end of the month. Like, so don't take for granted what going on these type of like trips says to other people. And it makes them excited to be a part of something like this too. So yeah, but when September 1st hits, I don't want you guys to go in panic mode and like, oh my gosh, no one's signing up. It is literally a focused, stay consistent, do the things game. Some of the little things that you can include into your like everyday work, take advantage of the real people, real stories. Who does not know about real people, real stories? You can either raise your hand. Okay, Jamie. Anyone else? That's okay if you don't. That's why we're here. Okay, so real people, real stories happens every Thursday night. Like clockwork. You could put it in your planner, and it's also on our calendars every Thursday night, and I believe it's 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And here's the cool thing about it. You do not have to do anything except invite people to get on. And what it is it's a Zoom, and it's a Zoom with like 3 to 4 people or 3 to 4 gals sharing their real life testimony. And it's usually a really good testimony, like the kind of testimony where you're like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, I cannot believe those products did this for her. And you can invite anyone to get on those. And a lot of times they watch that and they're like, whoa. And so it's usually like 1 to 2 product testimonies and then a really good like financial opportunity testimony. The second thing we have is we call it the opportunity call, and that's Sunday nights. Does anybody not know what the opportunity call is? So that's Sunday nights, and I literally, Jamie, it's okay. I literally have verbiage, you guys, that it's in my boards, and if you want it, I can share my boards app with you. But it is like verbiage to invite someone that I can just like kind of go off of. But make a goal to invite 2 to 3 people to that. And the opportunity call, let me back up. The opportunity call is Sunday night. And our diamonds, so Emily Roberts, I think, has kind of a big hand in it. I believe Melissa Eichenhorst. It's not put on by corporate. It's like the jewels do it. And what it is they choose like 2 or 3 girls from the reign of like someone just starting to usually someone that's like, emerald, maybe just hit jewel status, sharing like what the financial opportunity has done for them. And then they literally at the end of the call, they're like, okay, if you're interested in like taking advantage of this, they have like call to actions for them. They make it so simple. And really, all you need to do is just be like, hey, I would advise getting on the call with them so you can kind of like recap it. But it's a really, really great system to use. It is part of my system when I'm like introducing people to the business. And so maybe make that as like a weekly goal going forward. I'm going to invite 2 people to the Real People, Real Stories call, and I'm going to invite 2 to 3 people to the opportunity call Sunday night. Like that can be a part of your reach outs. If you're struggling with like how to reach out to people, use those calls. Jamie, Sharmi and I were always trying to find like messenger event things we can put on, so use those as like a reach out. Every time a week starts, like say it's Sunday and you're sitting down, take a look at the team calendar and be like, okay, what's coming up that I can invite to? And this is really going to get the waters in your business rolling. Who feels like right now their business is kind of like a murky pond? I've felt that way before. Like, there's no shame in saying it. Like, I feel like my business is a little still. Like, I've definitely felt that way. Um, and when it's a murky pond, it's not going anywhere, right? It's just sitting. But that is something that we have to take accountability for. And you have to realize that you are capable and it is on you to make your pond a river, a stream that's clean. I would much rather take a drink out of a stream than a murky pond. So I want you to think of your business as that. Like, I want my business to be a river. And the only way you're going to get it in motion is to be starting with conversations, is to be inviting people to those events, talking to people on social media. You guys, I can't even tell you how many times I do a follow-up with a customer and I don't even bring up Plexus. I just say, hey, they come up on my list to like check in. And I might be like, you know what? I kind of have like this feeling I should ask her like, how's life? Not just be like, hey, how's your regimen going? How's your routine? How's your sleep? Just be like, hey, how's life? And we don't even end up talking about Plexus at all. And that builds just like a strong relationship and it like solidifies, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So like the way you get things in motion and moving is by doing that stuff, having conversations, reaching out to people, inviting people to things, posting on your page, posting in your stories. And so Leaders Retreat is really neat. What I love about it is that it runs in 90 days. And what is something that happens in 90 days? Does anybody know? Like, I feel like it's in everything in life. Does anybody have a guess or anything they want to share what they think happens in 90 days? True change happens in 90 days, you guys. Like, do not quit anything without giving it 90 days. It's like that with horses. 90 days. Let's give this thing 90 days. See how it does. It's acting real tough right now, but let's see how it does in 90 days, right? Give your business 90 days. Give a new habit 90 days. In my opinion, everything goes in 90 days. Oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, well, in 90 days, let's see where I'm at in 90 days, you guys. So it's really neat because Leaders Retreat runs in 90 days. So I challenge you to take this contest in this 90 days and challenge yourself to build difficult, probably going to be difficult habits. Start doing the difficult things, looking at the calendar, doing those reach outs, finding something every day to kind of make the water stir a little bit and get your business going and see where you land at the end of this contest. I guarantee you, if you are doing those things, you're going to be in momentum. You're going to be a stream. Things are going to be moving and you will be getting your passport. I think you need a passport because it's not like, I'm going to sound real stupid about geography right now because it's not in the like, I think you need a passport. So you'll be getting your passport. So anyways, that's just my spiel on Leaders Retreat. I did not want August to go by and then like, I don't know, what would be the last Monday? The last Monday of August, us be like, okay, let's talk about Leaders Retreat. It starts next week. No, I want you guys to have your eyes on it this month and be like, yo, I'm going to recruit and I'm going to build retention so that when next month rolls around, I'm already stacking up the retention credits and I'm sitting pretty. So, anywho, with that being said, I'm going to check the messages or the chat. Okay. I think I have everything. So does anyone have any questions that they want to ask before we sign off on our Monday mastery? No. Well, thank you guys for getting on. Sharmi, Kristen, and Jamie and I, our goal is, we have these every Monday. We do have one team-wide call, but we'd love to see you guys on at least 3 to 4 of these because we really do try to provide some sort of just like quality training that's going to like benefit you in the long run. And I hope you walk away from this call feeling like, okay, I can do those things. It is doable. I am inspired. Like I want to earn leaders retreat. I want to earn all of the things. So I really appreciate y'all getting on. I'm going to close this out with a prayer and then I'll let you guys get on with your night. Dear Lord, thank you so much. I just love getting to spend time with these ladies and they truly are just a blessing to me. And I just pray that you lay your hand on their businesses, on their lives, just on their day-to-day. And I hope through all of this that we all see Jesus and we help others see Jesus, Lord, and that you bring the people to us who need the products, who need the business, and that you just help us show and help, and you fill us full of creativity and determination. And you just lead the way, Lord. I pray that you are with these ladies as they go through their week. And I just thank you for them. Thank you for all of your blessings, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, gals, I will record this and it will be available on the team page ASAP. So, see y'all. It's so good seeing you.